Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please understand here. Pressure in fluids, right? What is the meaning of fluid? What is the meaning of pressure? You should understand. Fluid is a type of material which is flowable, right?
Yes,
Which
sir.
can flow. Which can flow. For example, water is a fluid, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
Suppose we take a solid material. So what is a solid material? Ice is a solid material. Can you understand this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ice is a solid material and water is a fluid, so it is a flowable, right? It
Mm.
is a fluid material, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have to understand here what is the meaning of pressure. Pressure basically means force per unit area. Do you know what is meaning of force? What is the meaning of force? Force basically means a push or pull.
Push or pull
A,
on a body.
on a body. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Push or pull on a body. So basically, pressure means force per unit area. Pressure means force per unit area. Pressure means
Force per minute area.
force per unit area. Suppose I take a cube. I take a cube, and on this cube, I push with 50 Newton force. I push with 50 Newton force. Can you understand this?
Mm.
With my hands, I push this with 50 Newton force. Can you understand this?
Mm.
And 50 Newton is the force which will push the cube, right?
Yes,
Cube.
sir.
Suppose this cube has length 5 meters, width and 2 meters length. Can you understand this?
Mm.
So area should be what? 5 cross 2. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
It will be 10 meters square. Correct? This is the area.
Yes, sir.
So on an area, if we apply 50 Newton force, if we apply 50 Newton force on this area, if we apply 50 Newton force,
Mm.
so area is 10 meters square. So pressure will be what? F upon A. It will be T divided by 10 means 5. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose I say I have a triangle. I have a triangular shaped surface. This triangle is 5 meter length. This is equilateral triangle. Can you understand this? Equilateral triangle, right? Equilateral triangle, right?
Mm.
So on this equilateral triangle, if we apply force 50 Newton force on this, if we apply 50 Newton force on this triangle, right?
Mm.
Can you find the pressure here P?
Mm.
If we apply 50 Newton force on a triangular surface which is equilateral, can you find the pressure P?
Hmm.
It's force per unit area. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
What is force here?
Force is 50 Newton.
Area is what? Hello. Area is
Hmm.
how much?
Huh?
What?
Sorry?
Area is how much on this triangle?
Wait, 1 minute calculating.
Can you find the pressure here? Force is 50 and area is how much?
3 by 4 is 4, 5, 3.
Can you find the pressure P?
Hmm.
This is 50 divided by area. What is the area here?
Approximately 10.81 meter square.
How will you calculate?
The formula root 3 by 4 a square.
So 3 by 4, 5 square, correct?
Hmm.
So this is your pressure P. Any problem here?
Yes, sir.
Correct. After this, after this, okay, we have one definition which is thrust, which is thrust. What is the meaning of thrust? You should understand. A force. What is the meaning of thrust?
Force applied on the surface of a body.
Right. Whenever we suppose we have a nozzle, and some water is present in the nozzle. So we apply some force, right?
Hmm.
What will happen? Water will be making a pressurized uh, thrust. Can you understand this? Pressurized thrust.
Hmm.
Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So basically, a force is type of thrust. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hmm.
So this is the basically thrust. When force is perpendicular, when force is perpendicular to the surface, force is perpendicular to the surface. Correct.
Hmm.
Force is perpendicular to the surface. And understand here, uh, if we take a if we take a if we take a surface and we apply force, right,
Hmm.
in the angled position, right,
Hmm.
in the angled position, in the angled position. So this is basically, you can say, a type of thrust, but partial thrust, not a proper thrust. Why? Because force is always perpendicular to surface. Suppose we take a theta angle now, so force is little slanted, means angled. So this is not a proper thrust. This is type of angled thrust. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you should understand here. This is a angled thrust, right?
Hmm.
But basically, normal thrust is a force which is type of thrust. A force which is type of thrust. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Any problem here?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me what is a thrust on a body? Thrust on a body surface. Thrust on a body surface. Over ground. Over ground. Can you find this thrust on a body surface over ground? Suppose we have 5 kilogram. We have 5 kilogram. We have 5 kilogram heavy block. 5 kilogram heavy block, right?
Hmm.
We have 5 kilogram heavy block. So can you tell me the thrust on a body surface over ground? This is the ground surface. Ground surface, right?
So,
Can you find this thrust on a body surface over ground? Hello.
hmm.
Thrust on a body surface over ground.
Hmm.
It will be weight of body. Can you understand this? Weight of body, right? Weight of body. Can you understand this?
Okay.
Basically, thrust means a normal force. Normal force. So
Hmm.
this force is vertically downward. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Vertically downwards. This is equal to weight of body. This is equal to weight of body, right?
Hmm.
This is equal to weight of body. Because thrust is a force, okay, a force which is called thrust, right?
Hmm.
So yes, when force is perpendicular to surface, can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me if we have a 10 kilogram heavy block, this 30-degree angle, what should be the thrust by this 10 kilogram block on the ground surface? On the ground surface, can you tell
Hmm.
me? Can you tell me? Thrust means a force, okay, a force on the ground surface. What do you think? What should be the thrust with by this 10 kilogram block on this ground surface?
Hmm.
Can you do this? Can you do this by your own? What on the ground surface?
The it is not normal thrust then.
What?
Nothing.
What are you saying? It will be 10 G cos 30. Can you understand this?
Why cos 30?
You should understand mg is the downward force. So this is mg sine 30 degree
Okay.
and the downward is mg cos 30 degree. Can you understand this?
Okay.
Do you know this?
No.
You don't know the resolution of forces. Resolution of forces. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Do you know resolution of forces?
No.
Okay, fine. So we should do firstly resolution of forces also, right? Resolution of forces. So you can understand now what is thrust on a body surface over ground. It is the weight of body, right?
Hmm.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Do you know what is the definition of force? Force is a vector. Do you
Yes,
know
sir.
what is vector? Force is a vector.
Vector. A quantity that has both magnitude and direction.
Yes, it is direction as well as magnitude.
Hmm.
Okay, so force is a vector.
Hmm.
So a force is shown by a arrow sign. Do you know this?
Hmm.
Force is shown by a arrow sign.
Hmm.
Suppose 5 Newton is the magnitude of force. 5 Newton, 5 Newton is the magnitude of force.
Hmm.
So 5 Newton is the magnitude of force, and magnitude means arrow length. You should know this. Arrow length.
Yes, sir.
Arrow length shows the vector magnitude. Do you know this?
Hmm.
Vector magnitude. Arrow length shows the vector magnitude. Can you understand this?
Okay.
And the direction is east direction. Direction is east direction. Do you know this?
Hmm.
East direction. This is east direction. You should understand. You should understand a force is a vector quantity, and
Hmm.
vector is a type of basically shown by arrow. Understood?
Hmm.
Okay. So we show it by F arrow. Do you know this?
Yes,
F
sir.
arrow force. Show it by F arrow. Do
Hmm.
you know this?
Hmm.
F arrow. Suppose we we basically divide F vector in two components. Do you know what are components? This is your theta angle. This is your theta angle, and
Okay.
this is your F vector. Do you understand what is this? What is the arrow length here? F cos theta. Do you know this? F cos theta, and this is F sin theta.
Hmm.
Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Do you have idea about this thing? Suppose a force is divided into two components. Theta is upward component. It will be F cos theta, and downward will be F sin theta. Do you know this?
Hmm.
Okay, right. Suppose we have a circular ball and a air mass, 2 kilogram mass is present here. This is your 30-degree angle. This is your 30-degree angle. Can you tell me the force in horizontal direction and vertical direction, this direction? Can you find this?
Force in Hmm.
You
May
should
I get one
understand
moment? May I be excused for one moment?
what?
May I be excused for one moment?
Can you say again?
May I be excused for one moment?
Right, right, okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. So 2 kilogram is the object, right? This is the
Hmm.
2 kilogram is the object.
Hmm.
So can you divide this 2 kilogram into two components in horizontal descending?
Hmm.
Can you divide this?
Okay.
What are these two components?
Components. Hmm.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir. I cannot understand the thing. I'm sorry.
You are not able to understand?
पहली बात तो आप सो रहे हो हमको भी सुला रहे हो सॉरी सॉरी आई एम
Can
सॉरी
you hear me? Can you hear me properly or not? Hello.
यस सर
Hello. Are you
हम्म
understanding or not?
नो नथिंग
Nothing. Okay, you are not able to understand, right? So you don't know the composition of vectors, right? You don't know how to divide vector into components. You don't know, right?
हम्म
Okay. So you know one thing: vector force is a vector quantity, vector
यस सर
magnitude. It has direction as well as magnitude. You know this, right?
हम्म
Okay. So after this, it's a very simple mechanism. If this is a f vector, right?
हाँ
And we have to divide it into two components. This is
ओके
first component. This is second component. Theta is the angle, and this is the upper part, upper arrow.
हाँ
So directly you can say this is f cos theta, and downward part is f sin theta. You know
ओके
this. This is basically a division of vector
ओके
in components, in two components. It's very simple, in two components.
हम्म
Suppose I give you one small question. 5 Newton is the arrow length,
हम्म
and this is 60 degree, and this is vertically upward. Can you find the vector in this 60 degree is the angle? Can you find the uh, component here in this direction? This is the 60-degree angle. Can you
so
find this?
this is
Yes.
5 sin 60 degree
5 cos 60 degree.
ओके सॉरी
and upper part is 5 sine 60 degree. Do you know this?
Okay.
Right, okay. So very similarly, I gave you this question where we have a circular surface, right? And 2 kilogram is the mass.
Hmm.
Okay. So this
Hmm.
is vertically downward 2 kilogram will give you mg weight. Do you know this mg weight?
Mg. Mass per
Yeah. Do you know? Yeah.
gravitation.
Yeah. Do you know when a air mass is placed on a ground surface,
Hmm.
downward is the mg weight. Do you know this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, mg. So
M.
this mg will be this mg will be divided into two components. Okay, you should understand this. You should
Hmm.
understand this.
Hmm.
This is your theta angle. This is your theta angle. This is your theta angle. Can you see this? This is a triangle. This is a triangle. And this is your 30 degree and this is your 90 degree.
Hmm.
What is this theta? Upper theta. What is this upper theta? It's 60 degree. Can you see this? It's 60 degree.
Okay.
Right. So 2 kilogram, this is your 2 kilogram. Basically downward it has 20 Newton weight.
Hmm.
And this angle is 60 degree. Can you divide
Hmm.
this into two components? What do you understand? What is this downward component? What is this horizontal component? Can
Um.
you find this? Can you find this or not?
No.
Are you finding interest in my teaching style or not? I think you are getting bored.
No.
Was Are you understanding whatever I am teaching you? We have to just divide this force vector into two components. Theta is the
Hmm.
angle. So one component will be f cos theta, one will be f sin theta. Are you getting this or not?
Yes, sir.
It's quite simple. So it's very simple. 20 Newton is the downward force.
Hmm.
So this is your theta angle, 60 degree. So 20 cos 60 will be downward. 20 sin 60 will be sideward.
Okay.
Is it true or not?
Oh, huh, yes.
Can you do this? Right, okay.
Hmm.
So this way we can divide the components of force vector. We can divide this the component of force vector, right?
Hmm.
Okay. After this, I already gave you the definition of thrust. What is thrust? A type of force. A type of force.
Hmm.
Suppose you are writing with your pen over paper surface, right? With your
Hmm.
pen, you are writing on the paper surface.
Hmm.
So you are applying a force. Am I correct or not? You are applying a force, right?
Hmm.
So this is basically a type of thrust, a type of
Trust.
thrust with which you can apply force on the paper. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Hmm.
Okay. Unit of thrust. What is unit of thrust? It's very simple. Thrust is a force. So what is unit of force?
Newton.
Newton. So thrust will also have unit of newtons. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Okay. So we can say here SI unit. SI unit of thrust is newtons. Can you understand this? SI unit
Yes,
of thrust
sir.
is newtons, right? SI unit of thrust is newtons and
Hmm.
CGS CGS unit thrust, unit of thrust is Dynes. Very important. Serious unit of thrust is
Dine.
Dynes. Can you understand? Yes. 1 Newton has 10 to the power
Or
5
same
dynes.
line.
Okay. You understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Suppose I give you one question here. I give you one question here. Question is,
Hmm.
this is your air mass, okay, and applying weight over the ground surface.
Hmm.
So 10 to the power 7 dynes is your force, right?
Hmm.
Correct.
Hmm.
Okay. Can you find the m mass? Can you find the mass m? Can you find the mass m? We should understand SI unit of mass SI unit of
Kilogram.
mass is kilograms, right?
Hmm.
So can you find the force in dynes? Sorry, mass m if force is in dynes. 10 to the power 7 dynes.
Hmm.
Can you find the mass m? Can you find this or not? Can you find this or not? Hello, hearing me or not?
Yes, sir.
Please find the force in find the mass m if force is 10 to the power 5 7 dynes. 10 to the power 7 dynes, right? Find the mass m. Can you find this?
Hmm.
Yes, can you find this? Hello, can you find this mass m? Force is in dynes.
How to find mass?
Very simple. Not can you convert dynes into Newton? Can you convert dynes into Newton?
Hmm.
Can you convert dynes into Newton?
So one line is how many? How much? How many newtons? Okay.
It's already given in the formula.
Hmm. 10 to the power
Can you find
minus
this?
5 Newton.
10 to the power 5 dynes is 1 Newton.
Hmm.
So what is 10 to the power 7 dynes in Newton? Can you convert this?
Hmm. No.
Can you convert this or not? Convert fast.
Hmm. This
What?
100 Newton.
100 Newton, right?
Hmm.
100 Newton. So can you
Hmm.
find the m? Can you find the m?
100
Find the m mass.
Newton. force. What is the unit? No, wait, 1 minute.
Can you find the answer?
Hmm. No.
What? It's very simple. mg is equal to F and F is 100. 100 Newton is equal to m into 10. G is what? 9.8. Sometimes you can take 10, right?
Okay.
So m is 10 kilograms. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Quite simple, right?
Okay.
Right.
Done.
Okay. Okay. Wait. I think we started at 8:30, right? 8:30
Hmm.
we started.
Hmm.
Okay. Right. So please understand here, what is the definition of pressure? What is the definition of pressure?
Force per unit area of a body.
Very good. Pressure is basically defined as thrust or force. Thrust or force per unit area. Can you understand this? Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
So please understand here.
Hmm.
SI unit. What is the SI unit of pressure? What is the SI unit of pressure?
Pascal.
SI unit of pressure is SI unit SI, yes, Pascal. SI unit of pressure is Pascal. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So 1 Pascal means thrust per unit area. Understanding or not?
Hmm.
Thrust per unit area. If
Hmm.
you understand this. So
Hmm.
1 Pascal is 1 PA. In short, we write 1 PA. 1 PA equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Per meter square. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Right. So please understand here. Please understand here. This is basically SI unit. This is basically SI unit of
Hmm.
pressure. SI unit of pressure.
Pressure.
Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
SI unit of pressure. Okay, in
Hmm.
pascals. But sometimes we write, sometimes we write uh, CGS unit also. CGS unit also. CGS unit of pressure also. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
CGS unit of pressure. CGS unit of pressure is basically Dian per centimeter square. Can you understand?
Hmm.
CGS unit of pressure is Dian per centimeter square.
Hmm.
Okay. So basically Newton is the force unit and Dian is the CGS unit of force. Dian.
Hmm.
Meter is the SI unit of length. Centimeter is the basically CGS unit of length. So Dian per centimeter square. That is the
Hmm.
CDS unit of pressure. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
After this, after this, after this, I will teach you about the atmospheric pressure.
Uh,
Atmospheric pressure. I will teach you about the atmospheric pressure, right? Atmospheric pressure. So basically, this is our Earth. This is our Earth.
hmm.
This is our Earth, and
Hmm.
over the Earth, basically, atmosphere is present. Atmosphere is present. Atmosphere is present. So what happens? Air is basically present in atmosphere. Air weight pushes the Earth surface, ground surface of Earth. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Suppose a person is standing on the ground surface. On the head of person, on the head of person, air is basically applying pressure. We call
Hmm.
such type of pressure as atmospheric pressure.
Hmm.
Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
So we can apply in definition also. Define we can define also. Atmospheric pressure is basically expressed in weight of air. Weight of air over any body. Over any body. Over any body. This is basically definition. Now you should
Hmm.
understand. You should understand here. Uh, Atmospheric pressure basically have unit 1 atm. 1 atm. This is the SI unit of SI unit of atmospheric pressure, right? Atmospheric
Hmm.
pressure.
Hmm.
Correct?
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay, we have to do 1 hour class, right? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
We have to do 1 hour class, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Right. So please understand here. Please understand here. Do you know what is a mercury barometer? Do you know what is mercury barometer?
Yes, sir. Baro- uh,
What is a mercury barometer?
a dish with containing mercury and two test tubes over it that exerts pressure. The mercury exerts pressure on the test tube. Hmm.
Correct. So you should understand here.
Hmm.
You should understand here. This is your suppose this is your test tube.
Hmm.
This is your test tube. This is your test tube.
Hmm.
And water is present in the water is present in the beaker. Okay. Water
Hmm.
is present in the beaker. Okay.
Hmm.
So you should understand here. This is basically phenomena, right? This is basically phenomena. What happens here? The atmosphere tries to apply weight of air on the water. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Weight of water on the weight of water on the weight of air on the water, right? What will happen in the test tube? Now, water will rise. Water will rise. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Water will rise. So water will rise to certain height h. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
So this is basically setup. This is basically setup. In mercury barometer also, we have a container and mercury is present. Mercury is present, right? Oh, mercury basically, mercury is a type of liquid, metallic liquid, right? Mercury is a metal. It is a type of metallic liquid.
Hmm.
So if we take mercury, if we fill fluid of mercury in the beaker, and
Hmm.
test tube is present in the downward direction. Test tube is present in the downward direction. So if PATM is the atmospheric pressure, right? Why?
Hmm.
Because if anything is open to air in the atmosphere, what will happen? Happen? Atmospheric pressure PATM will be applied. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So this will basically push the mercury in the downward direction. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
So mercury will rise to certain height in the inverted test tube. Understanding or not? Correct?
Hmm.
Okay. So you should understand one ATM is always equal to 0.76 meters of Hg mercury. Very important.
Hmm.
Mercury rise up to 0.76 meter height. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
0.76 meter height. Understanding or not?
Hmm.
Okay. So if PATM is atmospheric pressure 1 atm, 1 atm, it will be equal to 0.76 meter of Hg mercury, mercury height. Very important.
Hmm.
Very important. Right?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Hmm.
Do you know on the same level of fluid? Suppose we take a container and some fluid is filled, right?
Hmm.
If we take 2 points, this is point number one, this is point number two. If
Hmm.
these 2 points are taken, both will have same pressure at same level. Do you know this or not?
Yes, sir.
Do you know at same level of fluid, pressure is always same? Do you know this?
Hmm.
All right. So if we take a mercury barometer, what is a mercury barometer? This is
Hmm.
your container. This is your container.
Hmm.
This is your container. And fluid is present in the container. This is inverted test tube. Inverted test tube, right?
Hmm.
So you should understand if we apply PATM means atmospheric pressure over the fluid, right? Over
Hmm.
the fluid. So mercury will automatically raise upwards. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
How much height it will raise? 0.76
76
meters. You should memorize it.
or 76 centimeter.
Wait. I wrote here meters, right?
Hmm.
It should be right meters, right? When you
Hmm.
convert into centimeters, it will be 76 centimeters, right?
Hmm.
Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we can say here, one ATM is equal to one ATM is equal to 0.76 meters mercury. Very important. This is an important relation, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And when we convert it into another pascals, right? Pascals. Why? Because SI unit of Pressure is in pascals. It will be 10 to the power 5 pascals. Very important. 10 to the power 5 pascals. Correct?
Hmm.
Right. Okay. Right. Suppose I tell you here. Suppose I tell you here. I have. I have uh, a container, right? In the container, in the container, we have water filled, right? Water filled.
Hmm.
So this is your test tube. This is your test tube, right?
Hmm.
This is your test tube. In mercury, we already know 0.76 meter is the
Hmm.
mercury. Is the mercury meter know this. When
Hmm.
1 atm pressure is applied on hearing me or not? Hello.
Hmm.
Yes, hearing me or not?
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding or not?
Yeah,
Any
yes, sir.
whatever I'm teaching you,
Yes, sir.
or you are getting bored? Understanding me or not?
Hmm.
Okay, right. But slowly you will understand, right? This is the first class.
Hmm.
I am teaching you the from the initial starting. I am teaching you. This is very
Hmm.
important topic. We are just taking the initial step, right? Initial definitions. After this, we will proceed to the middle part of chapter, right?
Okay.
So now you please understand here. If we take water, right? If we take water, water is
Hmm.
present. Water is present. Water is present in the beaker. What is present? So suppose x is the height of water raised.
Hmm.
Can you understand this? Height of water raised. Because if 1 atm pressure will be applied over the fluid surface, definitely water will raise up to x centimeter height. Can you understand this? Correct? X centimeter height. Okay. So we have a formula. We have a formula which is pressure is equal to
Hmm.
rho g h. This is a new formula. We call it pressure in the fluid, which is rho g h. Do you know this? What is rho g h? Rho is the density of fluid, right?
Hmm.
G is the gravity. G is the gravity. H is the
Rohit,
height
are
of.
you sharing your screen? That's not visible.
Wait. Can you see my screen, Tejaswini?
No, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay, so okay, I just forgot to see this, but I was writing without noticing the screen. Okay. So basically, you should understand pressure in a fluid. Very important formula.
Hmm.
Pressure in the fluid. Pressure in the fluid is rho gh. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Pressure in the fluid is rho gh. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
H is the height of water column. How much water can raise? Density of fluid is rho. G is the gravity. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Okay. Suppose, suppose we, okay, you should know rho is the density of water. Do you know what is density of water?
Mass per unit volume.
Yes, it is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. Do you know this?
Hmm.
Density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. Do you know this?
Hmm.
Okay. So please understand here. You understand here.
Hmm.
Density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube.
Hmm.
So I don't know how much height it will raise the the test tube column. How much height it will raise. So this is x centimeter. This is x centimeters, right? X
Hmm.
centimeters, correct? So now
Hmm.
can you find the value of x? What is the value of x? Can you find this value of x in centimeters? Can you find this or not?
Hmm.
How will you find?
Like the formula.
What? Yes?
Hmm.
Can you find this?
Hmm.
How will you find the value of x in centimeters? Can you find this or not? Hello?
Hmm.
How will you find x in centimeters?
How?
Hello?
Hmm.
It's quite simple. Just take rho gh equal
Okay.
to 1 atm. Is it correct or not? Can you do this?
Sir.
Because x centimeter high the water going upward.
Hmm.
Water going upward. So rho gh is the pressure. Rho is how
Hmm.
much?
Hmm.
1000. G is 9.8. H is how much? H is how much? X divided by 100. Can you understand this?
Hmm.
Because x is in centimeters. X divided by 100. What it is? H height. So this will be rho gh. It will be equal
Hmm.
to 1 atm. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Hmm.
Right. So x will be equal to, okay, 1 atm is how much? 1 atm is how much pascals? Do you know this? 1 atm is how much pascals? Hello.
Is
Are you understanding or not? Or getting bored?
is 10 to the 5. No, sorry, 1.013 10 to the power 5 Pascal. And yes, I am getting bored. Thank you.
Yes. What?
I am getting bored. Thank you so much for asking.
Oh, wait, wait. Are you getting bored? Okay. Should we stop now?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tejas.
Hmm.
Thank you. Hello, ma'am.